What's going on, guys? So you already know what I'm going to say really quickly before we start the video. About 70% of you guys aren't actually subscribed to my channel who are currently watching this video. So you just flip your phone around, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. And if you enjoy the content, want to see some of my old videos and future videos coming, make sure you subscribe, turn notifications on as well. And if you're feeling really generous, drop a like on the video. It really helps push it out there so more people can see the video and get value from it as well. Thank you guys. Alright, what's going on, boys and girls? Hope you're all doing well. So in this video we're going to be going over, in my opinion, one of the best beginners bulking plans. Now, this is going to be the first part to probably a 2 or 3 part series. Shout out to this guy in the comment section in my last video for recommending this idea. If you guys have any other video ideas, anything you want to see, want to hear me talk about, be sure to drop a comment down below and I'll definitely get around to doing it if I think it's a good idea. Like I said, this is the first part to probably a 2 or 3 part series. So I'm going to be going over, in my opinion, one of the best basic generic bulking meal plans for beginners that I've come up with myself to provide for you guys. And the second part is going to be the ultimate beginner's training plan for strength and size. I'm going to hold off on that one a little bit just till the gyms reopen in the UK, because I feel like if I drop it now it's going to be a bit useless to people. So when the gyms reopen again, I'll drop it, and hopefully that'll really help you guys out when we first get back in the gym again. And the potential part 3 to this video is going to be me talking about mindset behind it, how to stick with your meal plan, your training plan, everything from motivation onwards. So if you don't want to miss the extra 2 parts coming to this series, make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss it. So anyway, on to today's video. This meal plan I've actually provided for you guys is 3,500 calories. I'll throw the whole meal plan on screen now and the calories and macros in case you want to screenshot it and go ahead and start making some meals. But before you guys do that, I need you all to understand what your caloric maintenance is and how to eat in a caloric surplus, because it's going to vary from person to person. While 3,500 calories might be enough for you to bulk for one person, it might not be enough to bulk for another person. So what you need to do is work out your caloric maintenance, and I'm going to show you guys how to now. Alright, so I've got my phone in my hands now. I'm going to show you guys the website, how to give a rough estimation of your caloric maintenance. I'll leave the link to it down below, but pretty much you can just search for it online. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to search up calorie, if I can spell that, is calorie calculator. It's going to be this first one at the very top here. So essentially what this website does, it works out a rough estimation of what it thinks your caloric maintenance is and how many calories you need to be eating in a caloric deficit and a caloric surplus. So this is very important you guys work this out before you start my meal plan, as it might be too many calories for some of you, it might be too little calories for some of you. So you kind of need to adjust the plan, you need to add more quantity of food to certain meals based on your caloric maintenance to make sure you are in a caloric surplus. But anyway, I'll go through it now. So I am 20 years old, about 194, 195-ish centimeters. I'm roughly about 100 odd kilograms in the morning at the moment. Exercise, I'd say I do probably daily exercise or intense exercise 3 to 4 times a week. Actually no, I'll go intense exercise 6, because I train 6 days a week and I walk and stuff as well, so I'll do that one. We do calculate, and here you can say it says to maintain my body weight, it's 3,663 calories. So that is a rough estimation of what it thinks my caloric maintenance is. That isn't actually my caloric maintenance. From trial and error, I found out personally that mine is a little bit higher than that. Mine is 3,800 calories. But this is obviously just a good rough estimation to go off of. So what I recommend doing is using this website, finding out what your caloric maintenance is, eating at that many calories for about a week or so, and then seeing if you gain weight and lost weight. Obviously, if you gain weight, you're in a surplus. If you've lost weight, you're not eating enough. It's all about trial and error with this stuff, guys, but it's really worth doing if you haven't done it already. It's worth working out how many calories you need to maintain your body weight. So it's really, really easy for you guys to know if you need to be in a surplus or a deficit when you're bulking or cutting. It also just says here, if I click show info for weight gain, it says for mild weight gain, it's 3,900 calories, fast weight gain over 4,000 calories, and etc, etc. So yeah, pretty much that is what I did. I used this website, gave me a rough estimation. I had 3,663 calories a day, and obviously I found out that wasn't enough for me as I was losing weight ever so slightly. So I bumped up to 3,800, and that was around about the perfect amount of calories for me to maintain my body weight. Right, so now you guys understand what your caloric maintenance is and you've worked it out. I want you to adjust accordingly to this meal plan I'm about to provide to you guys. So if you need to eat less food, then obviously drop the quantity of food in some of the meals that I provide. If you need to eat more food, you can either up the quantity, or at the end of the video I'll provide some good snacks you can go through just to add in between your meals to bump up the calories a little bit. So without further ado, boys and girls, the first meal is oats. So I've actually got 2 packs of the golden syrup oats. In my opinion, they're the tastiest oats. You can obviously use normal ones, it's completely up to you. But I use them just because it's a good all-round meal. A lot of people like them and they're quite healthy as well. So yeah, I've got 2 packs of the oats with 400 milliliters of semi-skim milk, And then I have 200 milliliters of fresh orange juice. Orange juice is really good because it has a lot of vitamin C. It's also one of your 5 a day, so if you can pick some orange juice up, or even apple juice, it's really good in the morning. Has a good amount of carbs in it as well, so if you want some quick energy in the morning, it's really, really good, and I do recommend it a lot. And then with this meal as well, I also had a banana. I didn't actually eat the banana, as you see on screen. It was very not ripe, so I actually left it for today, but normally I would have that. I'll just have to make up for the calories later on in the day. Alright, I thought I'd just mention as well, I'm not going to tell you guys what time to eat your meals, so obviously that's going to vary from person to person. Some people might be working still, some people might not be, some people might be in education, so obviously I know that you guys can't eat meals at the exact amount of time. Obviously just try to space them out accordingly throughout the day so they're not all clumped together, and also make sure you're waking up early enough to get all the calories in. So putting on size really means that much to you. You will get up early to get the calories in. If you're not, then you probably just aren't that committed to doing it. But anyway, meal number 2 is scrambled egg on bagels. One of my favorites because bagels are really good in calories, and obviously scrambled egg is very good in protein as well. So we've got 2 of the original New York bagels, or 170 grams worth of bagels. I just slap a little bit of butter on them, and then I've got 4 scrambled eggs on top. And then what I'll tend to do is just slab a tiny little bit of ketchup over the top, just something to make it a little bit more saucy so it's easy to eat, so it's not too dry. But it's a really good meal, really good in macros, and it's quite tasty as well, so definitely recommend that one. Alright, so then what I would personally do after that is I normally train about early afternoon. So I get 2 decent sized meals in me first, then I'll go ahead and train. Obviously, not everyone does that. That's just what I personally do. So then after I train, meal number 3 is my post-workout meal, I guess. So it is 2 scoops of protein powder. I've got Gold Standard chocolate whey. Obviously any protein is fine. It's completely up to you how much protein you have. Obviously if you weigh more, I'd recommend trying to increase the protein intake a little bit, because generally the rule of thumb is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. But this whole meal plan is 180 grams of protein, so I feel like it's a good average. But if you weigh more than 180 pounds, you might want to look at intaking a little bit more protein. But yeah, like I said, I've gone for 2 scoops of Gold Standard whey protein. Then I've got these caramel Snacker Jack rice cakes. These are really, really good. 50 calories each and about 11 grams of carbs as well, so really, really good for the macros and calories. Then I'll have 4 of those, and I'll have an apple as well, just to get some micronutrients in. So that is my little post-workout snack, I guess you could say. That is what I had for my main meal in the evening. So for that post-workout snack, I like to have obviously my protein shake to input a lot of protein very quickly into the body, and a few carbs just to replace the glycogen storages as well. So that leads me on to the last meal for the day, and it's definitely the biggest meal. This meal is actually 1,500 calories. So if you struggle to eat a lot of food in one go, you might want to break this up into 2 portions. Have one in the evening around dinner time, then one just before you go to bed, or you can just lower the quantity, then have a snack on something else later on in the evening. But this meal is pasta. I've got fusilli pasta, 3 chicken steaks, or the breaded chicken breasts, and then 100 grams of red pesto. The pesto pasta is really good. The pesto is really calorific, and obviously who doesn't like pasta? And obviously the chicken is really good quality too for the protein intake. I know a lot of people will usually have dinner with their family, especially if you're younger. So obviously don't worry about having this every night. If you're cooking for yourself, then obviously this is a really good meal. But obviously you can switch it up. As long as you've got a good carb source and a good protein source in there, it's really up to you what you have. Obviously this is just a rough plan. It's just a good general diet to stick to. It doesn't have to be the same every day. If anything, it's probably a good idea to switch up so you don't get too bored of this same meal plan every day. But this is a general really good meal to have in dinner. It's very high in calories, very good in carbs and protein as well. I'd actually normally use the green pesto because not only do I think it's tastier, but it's also a bit less in fat as well. I didn't actually have any of the green pesto, so I used the red pesto today, but normally I would get the green. I probably would recommend that over the red. I don't think it's as high in calories, but it definitely tastes better and it's lower in fat. So if you want that, go for that one instead. So yeah, that is all of the meal plan that I provided for you guys. If you in fact need more calories like myself, so you're in a caloric surplus, I'll just go over a few little snacks you can have real quick. So one good thing that I really like to have, which I'm not sure a lot of people like, but I personally really do like, is the Serene Malt Loaf, I think it's called. I'll throw it on screen now. It's really, really tasty. Have a little bit of butter on a few slices of that, and it's really nutritious, really good in carbs, and it's quite healthy in general, quite low in fat. So that is a really good snack if you need a few more calories at the end of the day. Also, you can snack on a few more of the caramel rice cakes. Those are literally 50 calories each, and they're so easy to eat. So if you need an extra few hundred calories, definitely go for the caramel rice cakes and the Serene Malt Loaf. But obviously, it's completely up to you what you choose to have. The most important thing is you've worked out your caloric maintenance and you know how many calories you need to eat at the end of the day. You know, don't actually force foods down your throat that you don't enjoy eating, because it's just going to put you off eating in general, and you won't be in a caloric surplus. It'll be even harder for you to gain weight. But anyway, I'll throw the macros on screen now on MyFitnessPal. So we've got 449 grams of carbs, about 450 grams of carbs, Fats, we got 108 grams, and protein, we got 108 grams. So all round, it's really good. I tried to keep the fats under 100 grams. If I used the green pesto instead of the red, it definitely would have been under 100 grams, but 108 grams of fat isn't the be all end all. And I imagine most of you guys using this program are going to be coming from that very skinny background anyway, and you're trying to put on weight quickly. So you're probably not too fussed about having a moderate amount of fats in your diet. But obviously, if you aren't happy with the amount of fat, you can lower it. It's completely up to you how you want to work out your own diet. But boys and girls, that is the whole meal plan. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like it. Let me know how you're getting in the comments down below. Let me know if you think you should change anything. Let me know what you would personally do. Any other questions you have, obviously just drop a comment down below. We have to get to them. At the end of the day, guys, the most important thing is just to make sure you are actually eating enough, because so many people come up to me, they're like, oh, I'm eating so much food, why am I not putting on weight? But in reality, you're actually just not eating enough. You probably think you are, but you're just not. So you need to be eating more food so you're in a caloric surplus. So make sure you do work out your own caloric maintenance. It really isn't that hard to do. Just use the website I suggested. And eat that many calories for about a week or so. Weigh yourself at the start of the week, at the end of the week. See if you gain weight, lost weight. Just trial and error, guys. That's all it is. It is a bit frustrating at first, but once you work out, it makes life so much easier. So that in the future, when you want to bulk, you know how many calories you need to eat, and when you want to cut, you know how many calories you need to eat to be in a deficit as well. But yeah, it really just is calories in versus calories out. You need to be intaking more calories than what your body burns on a daily basis. Well, I hope this video helped you guys out. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed, help push it out there to more people. Obviously recommend this to your friends as well if you think they would benefit from it. Subscribe so you don't miss the future parts of this video. I'm going to work really hard on this training program. I'm actually going to be consulting with my old coach who was doing my powerlifting program. He's really good at programming. So I'm going to go over here. We're going to create the best, most ideal, perfect beginners training program for strength and size in the gym. So when the gyms reopen here in the UK, you guys can bounce back hard and you can grow your physique really quickly. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to making that video. So make sure you definitely subscribe, show your friends, because that is hopefully going to be coming very soon, provided that the gyms open soon in the UK. Thank you very much for watching, boys and girls. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.